Oh, hey. Bear fan. Bam! Bam, 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 bam. I've been making, like, mobile suit, like, models for a while, but, I just recently got into it when I was in the Philippines this year, and so I just picked up a couple, but, yeah. I collect them. I actually play with them. Let's get right into it, you guys. I haven't done one of these in a while. Most of my sit-down topics have been within the vlogs, but this one is going to be a standalone vlog because it's important to me, and I really need to get this one out because it's an important one. One of my friends asked me, how did you manage to stay really close and friends with your ex-girlfriend? And they said, I would have thought that you guys would have been just over after it was over. So here it is. This, my friends and family, is how to break up with your best friend. So let's turn it back just a little bit, and we're going to talk about this. I got permission from her to talk about this because she's that important to me, and she knows that I wouldn't say bad shit about her. But, you know, this is my side of the story. So, Courtney, as much as, you know me, there might be some things that you might have missed out on because I didn't say anything about it. So, this might be new for you too. So, 2 years ago, I met this girl named Courtney, and she commented on me wearing a movement lifestyle dance cutoff. I cut it off myself, and my delts were showing, and she commented on it, and she just made a jab at it. I thought she was joking about it, and yeah, so I decided to just talk to her, and we kind of sort of hit it off, just, you know, exchanging pleasantries, kind of not really flirting, but just being really friendly. Because I didn't really think about that at the time. Like, when I met her, I was just entertaining the fact that somebody was giving me attention, and that was really nice. It made me feel really good. We exchanged numbers. I live in Alaska, and she lived in LA, so we exchanged numbers, and we started texting. It was very fun. It was very healthy, very platonic. We had actual conversations, if that makes sense. We actually talked to each other. We actually listened to each other. She's actually the one that really made me take a step back and be like, hey, I need to take my time with this because I really just want to get to know her. I just want to be friends. I want to let and see what this develops, and I don't want to rush into things because I have a track record of screwing things up because I go too fast. Got to talking. We really started talking on the phone a lot too. I would spend my lunch hours when I worked at the bank going home just so that I could talk to her on the phone, and it was awesome. It was really great, and I had such a good time with her. There was this one day where she just texts me or she calls me and she says, hey, I really think you're just becoming like my everyday person, somebody that I'm always going to be around, and somebody that I always want to talk to, and I'm really starting to feel you. That's not verbatim, that was kind of like the paraphrasing. I didn't want to be the first to admit that I was catching feelings, so I just kind of held it in as much as possible because I didn't want to like rush into it. I didn't want to make a big deal out of something that might have just been really small, but truth be told, it turned out to be one of the biggest, best relationships of my life. Yeah, so I took my time with it, and we let things develop. Then, you know, I went down to visit her one day, and for a weekend, and things just really clicked. It worked out, and I'm pretty sure I fell in love with her then. I got a new job because of her, because I wanted to travel a lot more. Well, I wanted to travel a lot more, but this job really helped me see her like as much as at least once a month. And to make this long distance relationship come alive, you know, or to work, you know, I was willing to do it. That was just what I had to do, and you know, I wanted to see her every day as much as I could. I'm pretty sure like our relationship didn't really solidify till 100 days, and I got this amazing letter from her expressing how much she loves me. I have a couple other things that I keep with me, and it's not weird, you guys. I keep these things as reminders that somebody has the capacity to love me that much, and I'll never forget that because before I had I have large struggles with people just even showing affection to me because I'm not used to it, and for someone to really make the choice and to really fight and tell me that they love me was, you know, it was life-changing. Anyway, so our relationship lasts for almost 2 years. We're, you know, just like any relationship, we have our ups and our downs. We have dull moments, we have really exciting moments, moments where I'm just like super clear that I really want to marry this girl. And I did. I really wanted to marry her. I was, you know, making plans to move down to California to really start things and just to make things happen. But, you know, plans change. The relationship was good until it wasn't. And that was the day that was like, it was like about 1.5 years into our relationship. And she said, I would be lying if I said that I wasn't thinking about breaking up. And that triggered it right there that I just had to drop everything and go to LA. I went to LA the next day and we broke up. I told her, you know, and this was the hardest thing that I ever had to do. And to think about it, I was like, I didn't want to be messed up about it because it wasn't a bad relationship whatsoever. It was just, I guess in retrospect, it was just the time for us to let go. And I told her that everything was going to be okay. And as much as I wanted to fight for it, I couldn't force somebody to fight for something that they didn't want to fight for. And I can't force somebody, keep somebody in a relationship that they didn't want to be in. That's not the type of person I ever wanted to become. And for her, I loved her that much that I just had to let her go. And this was probably the hardest thing that I'd ever done in my life in terms of anyone. Aside from my dad dying, letting my dad go, like, my heart broke so much for the next couple months. We had, after we broke up, we had our like push and pull where we're not used to talking to each other. Like, we're still talking to each other in pet names and stuff like that, but we're just kind of like pulling back a little bit. But we made this active decision where we just needed to just stop for a little bit. Didn't mean that we're not friends anymore. We just needed to focus on ourselves. And that was the conversation that kind of developed from when we broke up. A couple months down the road, we're talking. We're still conversing. We're being civil because there wasn't any point in this relationship where I felt like I hated her or I resented her or anything. You know, we talked before we even started dating, and slowly, like, but surely, we stopped talking for like a little while, and then we'd text each other once in a while, which was fine. And we had phone conversations that might have lasted like 30 seconds to like an hour. It was still jarring. Some days it's still jarring, and it's like over half a year later, almost a year later actually. And there are some days where I have my ex-boyfriend moments where I'm just like bitter, salty that, you know, she let me go, but I know it was for really good reasons. And, you know, I support her going on dates and stuff, and seeing someone else because, and here's the clarifying moment on how to break up with your best friend. Because she's my friend. She's my close friend. She's somebody that I confide in, and somebody that I was really trusting and had really good loyalty to before we even started the relationship. That's it. Like, if you want to still be best friends with your ex, you had to have had a solid foundation before you even started. And that's how I always want to build relationships in my life. I want to build it on loyalty and trust and attention and care. And with Courtney, that was it. Like, she was the quintessential like relationship that I could talk about because it was a good one until it wasn't a good one. Not saying that we didn't have our arguments or anything, but at the end of the day, she's still my really good friend. And we still talk, and it's a lot more fun because like we still talk about things. There are things that we don't share with each other, but we talk, and it's cool. I'm a lot happier today. I'm a lot more productive. You know, she was the person that really inspired me and kept me going, and I always wanted to motivate her. I wanted to, you know, help her become successful with anything that she wanted to do. That's what I do for people, and she's no exception. If anything, she was more of the exception because she was my number one for a while. And yeah, you know, I loved her, And there is such a thing as love that's not romantic, and that's the type of love I feel for her, and that's the type of love that I feel for like my friends and people that are close to me, people that I care about that I may not see or may not talk to, but I miss dearly. I miss Courtney every so often. No, I'm just kidding. I miss her in the terms of like the adventures that we have, going fooding, going to the mall, you know. If I were to go visit her now, we would probably still do the same things that we did when we were dating, except for, you know, the romantic stuff. In order to stay friends with your ex is you have to have started being friends first. You had to have built that foundation. Yeah, that's really it. At the end of the day, I still want her to be successful. I want her to be happy. I know she wants me to be happy. She wants me to find, you know, what I'm looking for. And, you know, if I ever get into the next relationship, I want future girlfriend to know that I want us to be friends first. I want us to build that trust, build that loyalty to each other, and know that we're making the choice to be together, and know that I'm making the choice to do everything to have my attention on you, and don't think that I'm wasting my time or that whatever I'm sacrificing is not worth it, because you, future girlfriend, are worth every sacrifice, because no relationship goes without sacrifice. I hope that helps. I know this was kind of like a roundabout one, but I really need to get this one out, and this was the best time. My camera kept dying and I tried to redo it, but this is the best one so far. So hopefully that helped you in terms of like what it means to, you know, build a solid relationship and to be friends still with your ex and to be civil. Oh, pro tip, don't be an a-hole. Also, pro tip, don't get too jealous. And pro tip, just be friends. Be civil. Be polite. Be respectful. Respect the person like you want to be respected. So, hopefully that helps. And to your future girlfriend, if you see this, don't hate me. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I got a whole bunch of other vlogs coming up, and I can't wait to share with you guys. So, live life, share it, love it, travel, have fun. I'll see y'all in the next one.